8 News Now. This is Politics Now with Steve Sebelius and Patrick Walker.
Well, it was a bitter ending for the Democratic State Convention here in Las Vegas. Thanks for joining us for this post-convention edition of Politics Now. Patrick Walker.
And I'm Steve Sebelius. Both state parties held their conventions this weekend, the Republicans in Reno and the Democrats at the Paris Hotel Casino.
Yeah, this time the Democratic convention was the one with the fireworks when the unruly convention goers were kicked out by the Paris Hotel Casino.
The sheriff's department is coming into the building and trying to force us to leave.
Well, that YouTube video was posted by Bernie Sanders supporter Annie H. According to the state Democratic Party, the event went into overtime, and the hotel feared it didn't have the security staff to handle an unruly event after tensions between Bernie Sanders supporters and Democratic Party leaders flared up. That came after State Party Chairwoman Roberta Lang accepted a motion to approve a committee report that granted Clinton more delegates to the National Convention in Philadelphia. But Sanders supporters said nearly 60 of their delegates were rejected improperly, although the party replied that they either failed to meet a voter registration deadline or supplied information that simply couldn't be verified.
Those people could not show, or there was no record that they had been at the caucuses or at the county conventions.
This is one of the worst cases of cheating I've ever even heard of. Sanders should have had 2 more delegates, and they arbitrarily decided to not seat 30 people who had no grounds to be unseated, and it's just really...
Well, the last person you're hearing there is Erin Bilbray, one of the 8 Nevada superdelegates, and the only one who has pledged her support to Bernie Sanders. The convention was loud, however, even before all of that. California Senator Barbara Boxer was booed by Bernie Sanders supporters when she showed her support for Hillary Clinton on stage.
And that continued on for a while, and what was the shortest speech I've ever seen Barbara Boxer give. Clinton began the day with about 100 more delegates at the convention than Sanders, although that lead narrowed during the day as alternates were seated. The end result, Clinton has left the convention with 20 delegates. Sanders has 15. That dashed the hopes of the Sanders camp to muster more people at the convention and wind up with more delegates than Hillary Clinton. There are also 8 superdelegates, one of whom is pledged to Sanders. The rest are Clinton supporters or have yet to declare a preference.
Well, the Republican state